Hi guys, it's Cindy McKenna from Cindy M. Cardoso, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. But if you are new here, hello, my name is Cindy McKenna, and I create content about action figures and everything fandom and geek related. But if you do tune into my videos, welcome back. And today will be another Transformers related video. I hear you all in my comments, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of that, and you're saying, we want more Transformers related videos. But that's okay, because I love talking about Transformers. It's one of my favorite things. And while there are so many different figures to choose from or characters to talk about, I thought to myself, I want to share a really cool one with you. And this is one where I haven't shared on any of my platforms yet. This is one where I absolutely love the character itself, but I really love the figure. Serious question, who is the coolest Autobot? You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you answered Jazz, you'd be correct. Everyone else, your answers are probably acceptable, but for today's video, it's going to be about Jazz. I have always loved Jazz. I think he's probably been overall my favorite Autobot. Maybe Grimlock, I don't know. It kind of goes back and forth, but he's just so cool. The design, everything, he has so much flair. This is a figure that I have wanted ever since I saw it on social media. I was like, I have to have that in the collection. It is so cool, but I selfishly got it. And what I mean by that is this was actually the gift that I got my father for Father's Day. He really wanted it, but didn't think he was gonna get it. And it was so cool seeing the expression on his face and being like, whoa, I can't believe you got it. But anyways, Father's Day has passed. It's been enough time. And now I actually get to mess with the figure myself. Let me introduce to you Threezero MDLX Jazz. I love Threezero. I actually don't have a lot by Threezero. I think that we only have 2 Fallout figures, and this is our first Transformer. Let me tell you, I am highly impressed. The figure, of course, is out of the packaging, but I did want to show the box before we get into the figure. If you're unfamiliar with Threezero, they are not a third-party brand. They are officially licensed Transformers, but they are known to be highly articulate, beautifully designed, and they give the quality of a masterpiece. Now, the one thing with Threezero figures, and I know you guys will say it in the comments, is that they do not transform, but that's okay. I will still take a Transformer that doesn't transform, and it is able to go in those beautifully articulate poses, very dynamic, and that is one of the reasons why it can't transform. Let me introduce to you Jazz. And while he is compact, he feels very premium in hand. He has quite a surprising amount of weight, especially for a 6-inch figure, and that's probably because of the die cast that is in his legs. So I mentioned about the articulation. This figure has 46 points of articulation. And in comparison to other Transformers, that is a lot of articulation. So later I'll show you all the different poses and some different things that you can put him in. But that is one of the main reasons why I really wanted this one. And with 46 points of articulation, that means you can get him into some seriously dynamic poses. The die-cast lower frame not only gives him weight, but it also keeps him balanced for some crazy stances. So sculpt-wise, he nails the G1-inspired look, but with a modern mechanical edge that Threezero is known for. And for those of you guys who do not know, Jazz is basically Optimus Prime's right-hand man, and that's not what sets him apart. What sets him apart is his personality that I talked about. He really loved Earth culture, especially in G1. That's what I'm referring to. That was really cool about this figure. It really humanized him. And when Transformers came out in 2007 on the big screen, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, is that Jazz? And of course, I was really young. And then for him to go out like that, that was so traumatic. I can barely talk about it. I could not believe it. And why did they have to get rid of one of my favorite characters that soon into the movie? But that's okay, because this figure definitely makes up for it. and I am definitely intrigued to get more figures from Threezero. And not only is the posing dynamic, really the design is dynamic. It gives kind of like a Gundam or more Japanese-esque with those sharper lines and more crisp details. As far as the hip skirt, this front one is on its own ball joint to move out of the way for those dynamic like poses. And then the side hip skirt is double jointed, so you can really move that out of the way. So the ball joints in this figure are very, very dainty, so you have to be very careful with it, otherwise it'll pop off really easily. But I do like how it does pop off instead of just breaking off the figure. Makes it easy to put in place. Also, the tiny ball joints are really nice because they don't distract from the figure. They're really hidden and you don't see them when they're in place. What's very interesting is on here, these do move. They don't serve any purpose for the figure. It doesn't help with any sort of the positioning, but I think it is for cool poses and probably toy photography. So I really appreciate that. And then as far as the shoulders right here, those move up and down. So you can really get the arm wherever you need it and then pop that down into place. The ankle can move forward and backward, and this piece does move out of the way so you can get it in whatever positioning that you need it to. And the ankle rocker, of course, can move side to side. And then as far as the foot, it has a little bit of pivot. Not to mention his waist articulation. It is tight yet buttery smooth. You can go up and down, and you can even go side to side. Along with the fist that comes with the figure, there comes 5 interchangeable hands. And of course, my favorite is the peace sign. And the last 2 accessories that come with the figure are his gun, and so cool, a grappling hook. But I will tell you, I will never unwind this. And the reason why is I will never be able to get it as tight and as good as it is right there, but we will still put it on. So you have to mention his neck swivel. It's really good. You can get him looking any direction, up or down. And here he is using those 2 accessories. One thing I love is that with his hands, the fingers, they are a little rubbery. So it makes it really easy when you're putting accessories in those hands and you don't have to worry about it breaking or you're having to heat up the piece or anything like that. But some really cool poses. And to answer my own question from earlier of who the coolest Autobot is, without a doubt, Jazz. Between the weight of the figure, the die cast, how beautiful the paint job is, this figure is a must-have. I would say it is a 10 out of 10. It definitely hits all of the scales that I look for, especially in a Transformer. And there we have the MDLX Jazz from Threezero. I've already said it, but I absolutely love this figure. I feel like sometimes it's hard when you do collect figures or you enjoy them and you see something that is beautifully detailed online or something that is hyper realistic and you just don't know what the quality is going to be like when you get it in your hands. But this is one I'm absolutely loving and I'm so happy that I did pick up for my father. But it is an incredible figure just to see it in my hands. I know my father really loves this figure because it has not left his desk since Father's Day. And every time that I go over and look at it, he's in a new position or he has different hands. So I know he's definitely loving this guy. And I need to put him back so then that way he can enjoy him a little bit more. But let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about this figure? What do you think of Threezero's line? Have you picked up any figures from them? Again, overall, I really do love this, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. But most importantly, I really appreciate you guys for joining me for today's video. Again, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. But in the meantime, I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye!